Alright, what's going on, everybody? Finally getting this request out the way. This is a Dante Goon video from Devil May Cry featuring several moments for Dante in which he was an absolute asshole to everyone around him. If you guys are a fan of content like this, make sure to run the likes up. Let's get 300 likes on this, and I'll consider a part 2 for Dante. But anyways, getting into this, moving forward, if you guys have any requests, we're going to try to keep it thematically to what we're doing on the main channel. Otherwise, everything else is just going on Coffee Shop Comics. By the way, check out my Toriko video on my second channel, Coffee Shop Comics. Just dropped yesterday, and it's an absolute banger. But getting into this, these are some of the funny moments I collected from Dante's several runs. I hope you guys enjoy. And without further ado, let's get into 10 moments of Dante being a menace. Now, one of the things about Dante being the half-child of a demon king, he has insane powers, which of course includes stupid ranges of durability, right? Now, with great durability and regen comes great goon moments. And we see at one point Dante get impaled with Alistair, one of the strongest weapons. And this sword even gave off energy blast to him as he's impaled. How does Dante react to this? He's like, fuck it. And just stands up literally in slow motion with the sword and slowly takes it out of himself, looks at it and was like, fuck it, no big deal, and just suits up ready to fight again immediately. The fact he constantly has this trope of walking around with sword injuries and dangerous, stabbing weapons jutting out from different angles on his body, it's kind of ridiculous what he chooses to tank and be an asshole about. So, next moment is against the big dog Mundus. If you didn't know, Mundus is a massive being of crazy demonic power. Well, during the beef with this, Dante decided, he's like, you know what, fuck it, I've had enough. He decided to hit Mundus with the Sealing Jutsu 3000. That's right, blasts him with his own power and starts sealing him away. Now, the funniest part about this is the fact that Dante basically, Mundus was so tight with how Dante was piecing him up that Dante had him out here just making wild threats. He's like, dude, fuck you, I'm coming back, I'm nuking the planet, all this shit. Just had him talking crazy because he got punished by the sealing of Dante. Next is a moment in which Dante was dealing with some massive rolling spike / rolling cleaver type puppets, right? They pull up on him, and something needs to be said about how Dante does side characters, right? If you're not a main villain, he's definitely doing you dirty, because he even does main villains dirty, to be honest. But anyways, Dante runs into these giant puppets, and they have these massive blades and start rolling towards him. He takes his sword and literally bashes one of them, baseball, Barry Bonds, steroid style, so hard it gets flung around and fucks up all the other one. Literally knocks them all down just by going fucking Albert Pujols on him. The fact he's just doing villains like this and doing ops like this in such a disrespectful tone is crazy. Now, this next moment was a pretty cold exchange in which Dante had to go ahead and flex the bullet speed, right? Obviously he's massively above bullet speed, but 4 bullets were lined up and then casually tossed at him in disgusting speed, right? He was about to get flexed on. Of course, Dante, being a perpetual flexer himself, wasn't really going to go out like this. So when the bullets reached him, literally in slow motion, he chopped them in half and made them explode behind him. Of course, it's, like I said, not the only time he's styled on bullets, but anytime Dante has these Matrix-like moments, he's low-key showing off, and we're here for it, because he's a menace for that. But yeah, nah, he completely styled in that moment, showing you can't just boss up on him like that. Next, we had the time he had to deal with innumerable attacks and was literally taunting mid-battle. Let me literally give you the wording for what happened. Quote, "The void convulsed, even as Mundus hurled all manner of death at Dante from innumerable arms formed from the darkness. Swords, arrows, and lightning clattered through the silver-haired warrior. I didn't think it'd be this easy," Dante laughed. He nimbly danced around the most lethal attacks and then made another play for the Demon King. Literally, he's seeing innumerable attacks coming from the void itself to fuck him up, and he's like, nothing to worry about. Matter of fact, this shit's low-key a layup. Like, the fact that he calls stuff like that layups is ridiculous, and he's styled on Mundus in a crazy fashion. So, this moment is when Dante literally had to fight something that wasn't real, basically. Like, it did not exist. And he didn't give a fuck. Let me explain. I'm going to read you the exact quote to tell you what the boy was dealing with. It had taken Dante a moment to realize that the void wasn't empty. The void was the king himself. Somehow he knew how to fight it, slashing at the darkness and instinctively avoiding attack. That's right, scream louder. Dante whipped ebony and ivory from their holsters and spat out a fierce torrent. The bullets sang through the air like tiny silver bells before punching through the king. This man literally pulled up on a void that's like not actually something tangible and fucking put hands on it and shot at it. That's how crazy Dante is, and that's how he gets down. Next was a moment in which he basically got mad disrespectful on an attack. So this massive demonic blade came to one-shot him, right? And it was bouncing around. He's like, ah, shit. He does the race. He then gets it cut in this massive rock, right? He then proceeds to laugh at the blade and check it out up close, right? Like acting like he's going to shave on it or something. That's when we see a massive beast come out, grab it, and try to one-shot Dante. Mid-laugh, Dante literally still avoids this point blank and gets away. There's not many that can talk shit and then just like openly get away with it, get out of harm's way and all that. Dante is the master of that, and this is just another example of him doing it. Next, we have another disrespectful durability moment. Now, like we said earlier in the game, right? We've seen Dante, or earlier in the video, we've seen Dante is prone to showing off the regen, right? Like, if he's got to show off the durability, he's going to do that. This should not be a surprise then, when he walks around with multiple scythes in him. Like, literally. Blades were sticking out of, like, all angles of him. And he just, like, whatever. Walks around casually, bends down, grabs his gun, and is ready to get buck. That is absolutely crazy. Like, when it comes to flexing your durability and just how durable you are to taking damage, this is one of the craziest ways. And yeah, he just walked around impaled and didn't give a shit. Now, the final moment, and make sure to smash the like button if you haven't already, if you want a part 2. We have the moment when Dante had to show off the durability again because bitches be scheming on him. So Dante was wielding these demonic gauntlets, right? Obviously, they give massive power. If y'all ever gamed before, you know, you walk around with gauntlets like that, you're going to put some fucking work in. Well, he picks these gauntlets up, and unfortunately for him, they were not fucking with the vibes. In fact, these gauntlets proceeded to attack him and try to put Dante on a t-shirt. Despite having to overcome the hostility of these demonic gauntlets, Dante survives the ambush and is like, ah, fuck it, and still keeps him anyway, which is absolutely crazy. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're a fan of Devil May Cry or Dante being a goon, I hope you guys keep coming back for more content, and smash the like button if you want to see part 2, as well as join my server if you haven't already. We play games, have prizes, and do giveaways. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.